Hello everyone, it's my great pleasure to be here with you today. My name is Ahmed Bastawy, and today we're going to do part two from strategic selling. So if you don't watch part one on strategic selling, I lay the foundation. So please go ahead and watch part one first before you can watch this part. In this part, we're talking about the strategic selling, but navigating inside the organization. So again, make sure you watch part one before you watch this part two. So in strategic selling, navigating inside the organization you are selling to is a critical for success. And I'm going to break this to 8 points. This way, make it very easy for you. So if you didn't get it from the first time watching this video, you always can repeat this video again. And if you want to come back to a specific point, you know they're breaking to 8 points. So first point, which I think this is very, very important. So identify the key stakeholder inside the organization. So you need to understand the decision-making hierarchy with the organization. So you need to identify the influencer, decision maker, and the gatekeeper across the departments such as finance, operation, procurement, not just as a direct contact, because most of the time the direct contact you're working with, they're not the one making the decision for the entire organization, and not even the C-suite is the one making the decision. The decision is actually split between different stakeholders inside the organization. So you want to make sure that you understand this point and connect with all those different stakeholders. And that's leading us to point number two, which is building a relationship with multiple levels. So establishing relationship not only with the top level or the executive, but also with the middle level managers and the end user. Each level provide different insight and they can influence the financial decision. So for example, legal inside the organization have their own objective, finance have their own objective, the end user is going to use your product or your system have different priorities and different objectives they want to reach. So your job is to understand those decision maker inside the organization. By you understanding this is going to make your job easier, and in the same time you're going to provide the solution they're looking for. Then they understand that you actually providing value to them, and that's going to happen through you actually navigate inside the organization and understand the different decision maker and the different stakeholder. So point number three, understanding the organization pain point. So that's really important, because you're not just want to sell your company product, because remember in part number one, we always want to make it win for the organization that you're working for and win for the client or the end users that using your product. This way you can repeat business. And the way to do that, which is number three here, understanding the organization pain point, because you are a solution provider. You fixing something. That's why they're going to buy your product or your service or whatever you're selling. So you need to conduct a thorough research to understand the company's challenge, goal, and priorities, and tailor your solution to address their specific pain point. And again, that's bringing us to the video the part one, which is you understanding your offering. Let's say that your company have 100 offering, but because you're the subject matter expert or you're the expert in your offering now, you have 100 solution, but you see one or two solution might fit this client. So you don't have to present to them the 100 solution, because this is going to be waste of your time and their organization time. So you want to tailor one or two solution that might fit them. So you're providing the offering. So If you understand their pain point, you build this relationship, you will be able to earn the right to provide a solution by you deep dive and understanding that. So number 4, which is map the buying process. So of course your product come in a price, so now you want to map this buying process, how this work to get to the PO or the purchase order. So you want to, every organization, for example, has a unique buying process. So learn how the purchasing decision are made, include who approval budget, include who approve budgets, who has technical input, and who hold ultimate decision power. For example, you might be your end user is really interested in your latest technology, but this is something the organization actually not going to approve from finance standpoint, or from connecting to the cloud is not approved. Whatever it is, you need to do this mapping process early on the stage so you can qualify this client that you're even working on. But that's a different story. We're not gonna talk about qualifying a client, but we actually can make a video about this. But right now we're inside the organization, there's a right client, we have the right solution, and we're navigating there to sell our product. So number 5, leveraging the internal champion. So you need to have cultivate an internal advocate who can help you champion your solution with the organization. This individual can provide inside information and push your case forward. So for example, sometime can be the CFO. He sees this is actually going to save them a lot of money, so he will be an influence for you in pushing the end user in utilizing your system or your product you're selling. So it can come from high up to down, or it can come from down to up. So the influencer can be from the C-suite, or the influencer can be from a user. So you have to find who is the champion. If you have the champion can be from finance, can be from legal, can be from IT, whichever influence inside the organization, you have to find it. And the only way you're going to do that, it's by building those relationships inside the organization. Then it's going to make your job much easier. It's going to tell you, you know what, if you get this solution, we're going to buy it. If you bring this product to this price, we will be able to buy it. So you need to find the champion inside every organization or every account you're selling to. Number 6, align with their objective. So show how your solution align with the company strategic goal, whether it's cost reduction, operation efficiency, or market expansion, or position your offering as a critical component of their success. So I need to stress this is enough, because that's your key point in selling inside this organization. Again, referring to part 1, you became the expert in your offering. Even if you don't have the answer, you always can go back to your offering team or your technical team or your subject matter expert if you don't have the answer. But you have to totally understand your offering and understand their pain point to come to this point, to align with their objective. The only way to do that, to be understanding your offering, understanding their problem, and how you connecting the dot together. Because sometimes you have the solution, they willing to spend the money, but you can't connect the dots, so you will never able to actually get to this point. So that's a very critical point, number 6. So now number 7, anticipate objections and obstacles. So this one, it's really important. It can be in so many different ways. So be proactive than reactive, because that can break the entire deal. So being proactive in addressing potential objections from your experience in working in similar fields. So from different departments, like understanding the concern of technical term or finance or legal or procurement, and prepare a solution to overcome them. So in my experience, for example, to share with you, just to let you think about that. Sometime the organization you're selling for, regardless of the product, regardless of this company or the right client, maybe your organization term and condition doesn't align very well in this particular vertical or this particular kind of client. So you want to engage your legal team with their legal team so they can work behind the scene early enough in fixing those term and condition and coming to an agreement between your legal team and their legal team. Now, if your product is being financed, you want to make sure your company align with their finance company and they're willing to accept their term and condition in financing or however. Delivering from operational or technical. Sometimes maybe you're working in IT and OT and operational technology and informational technology, and the company have to get certain IT to approve this. It's not part of what you're offering, but they have to approve certain project. So you have to connect these dots from technical, from finance, from legal. This way you engaging them early enough so you can have a success navigation inside this organization, and everything after that will go smoothly. So number 8, stay present and patient, because this stuff, the strategic selling, it's not a transaction sales, it takes time. So large organization may have long decision making cycle. So stay engaged, follow up regularly, provide additional value or information when needed. The way I say that, because you don't want to just bring a proposal to your end user or to your client, then you drop the ball, or don't give them a proposal and just calling them every day and they get tired from you. So you have to set this expectation. The way to do that, by you understanding their purchasing process, which we mentioned earlier. Then every meeting or every call or every Zoom meeting or team meeting, you set the expectation. Okay, now you have everything you need. You confirm they have everything they need to make the decision. And if they're missing something, tell them how they can get back to you from phone, email, or what is the best way to get back to you to ask a question. If any of their end user stakeholder have question, let them come back to you. And at the same time, when you provide information, ask them how long it will take them from the point that they get the proposal to making the decision. If they tell you 1 week or 2 weeks, saying, okay, let's say they say 2 weeks, saying, okay, so let's say that they gonna come back in X day, then you're saying, can I call, let's say they gonna come back to you next Monday or something, or 2 Monday from now. Then you say, okay, can I follow up on Tuesday after, get the confirmation, set up a meeting. This way you're setting up expectation, you show them you care, and in the same time you put in urgency in a professional way. But you have to be very patient because this process takes time. So by thoroughly understanding the internal dynamic of the organization, building relationship and align your offering with their strategic objective, you will increase your chance of successfully closing more deals this way. So if you follow this step, you will set up yourself for success. So please, if you have any question, comment under this video. And for those who have done this before and experience, please feel free. If there is something I forget to cover, just add it so we can help as many people as we can. And remember, success is built one step at a time. So keep pushing forward, stay focused, and never stop believing in your potential. Thank you for listening and watching. And this is Ahmed Bastawy. and my channel is Bastawy Tube. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned. We will share more videos that's gonna set up you for success.